Barak Theahawa, Shai, Barak Thea Shai, Barak Thea Shai, Barak Thea Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Shemi Shai Wahal Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Honors you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans are the Israelites, and the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. So I wanted to do this quick video, and I'm probably gonna entitle it, what would happen if there was a penalty for adultery. Okay, and it really is more of some thoughts, and I'm gonna get into the law and maybe some points in the scriptures, but it's just a prevailing thought, that you have when you consider the kingdom being set up, a righteous rulers being set up, and you didn't have to worry about your woman stepping out upon you, okay, one of your wives stepping out on you, and ultimately living as a king would do, okay, without worry, okay. And I'm gonna paint the picture in this manner, okay. This is not gonna be a long video; it's gonna be a short video, okay. But I'm gonna paint the picture in this man, okay. There's this famous skit out there, I believe it's by the comedian Chris Rock, and he goes into the thing of basically you got a whole bunch of drug dealers out there, and for the most part, them drug dealers are drug dealers for the express intent of impressing some whore, some woman out there. Okay, you got guys that are in all kind of debt. Okay, chasing the so-called champagne lifestyle. Okay, because they're what? They're trying to impress that woman. Okay, you got some guys out here that fall out the truth. The scripture talks about how, and Yahweh Shem Yahshai is because the Most High could, you don't pray about these things, the Most High could have it to where you end up in these situations. Okay, so Yahweh Shem Yahshai is okay, I'll be immune to that particular demon, wherewith a guy will be in his truth for a certain amount of years and do the work. Okay, and all of a sudden, because he finds a new woman, or he leaves a particular woman and finds a new one, and the situation may seem better for him in the beginning. Okay, and all of a sudden the guy is nowhere to be seen. Like I said, Yahweh Shem Yahshai I be immune of that demon, and you brothers out there be immune of that demon. But it's a predicament that can happen. Okay. You got guys that leave this truth for women. The scripture talks about how you have certain individuals that have gone out of their wits for a particular woman. And when you go out and you really look at this thing from a distance, okay, and simplify everything down to its lowest common denominator, okay, dudes do this thing on the thing of worrying if their woman's going to step out on it, man. Okay, if we lived in a righteous society, okay, in a righteous kingdom, where the laws of the Most High are pushed to the forefront, a lot of the stuff that these niggas be doing wouldn't exist. Okay, you wouldn't have drug and gang banging culture. When your wife is there, you ain't gonna worry about impressing some, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you would have an environment that is cultured. Okay, you know that you can't do particular things. Okay, I mean, adultery is just one aspect of the culture that the Most High is going to allow us to establish upon the earth. Okay, but just that one thing, just that one aspect of the law changes so much. Okay, just that one aspect of the law and aspect of the scriptures changes a whole multitude of evils that happen within the earth. Okay, the scripture talks about how a vengeance is the rage of a man. You got a whole bunch of people, of which rightfully so, a whole bunch of people get put to death on account of adultery. Okay, and that's rightfully so. The scripture says he that committeth adultery is supposed to be put to death. That's rightfully so. Okay, you get children that get born out of adulterous interactions. Okay, this is a world of madness. When you watch these TV programs and you're there and with your new girlfriend and you're watching the drama play out, okay, or the whether it be a Marvel movie or whether it be a dramatic thing, one of the main things that they push within this society is the thing of adultery. And then what do you do as a result? You go out there bugging out. Okay, you as a man go out there bugging out. Let's just be real about it. Okay, you as a man go out there bugging out, trying to maintain this thing so that your woman don't step out on you. You got guys that go out and do all kind of wickedness to maintain some status, some sort of status level, which is really the point of this video, which is, goes into the vein and corruptible crown. Because obtaining a corruptible crown, in a man's mind, you're thinking, okay, this woman ain't gonna step out on me, or whatever woman I can get, I'm gonna be able to keep that. Okay, and that's why this world is gonna be destroyed, because hey, you got drug dealers that are out there destroying the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American community, trying to maintain that particular status so their women don't step out on it. Just off of this, off of this law not being upheld. You got today. You're gonna get people killed. Okay, people are gonna get put to death, of which the Most High ultimately set that up. But you're gonna have people that get put to death today because someone wanted to be on a certain type of level, so their woman wouldn't step out on them, so they could have that particular status and whatever whatever you want to call it. And ultimately, if you had it to where this kingdom, this society was righteous, everything, this one aspect of the scriptures, if that was upheld, do you know how much peace of mind and peace within the earth you would have? You'd have a whole bunch of peace of mind and peace within the earth just off of this one singular law, okay, being established within the earth. So how much more so the whole law, statute, commandments of the Most High being established? You would have cancers eradicated. You would have it to where death, of which the scripture says the wages of sin is death. Okay, excuse me. The scripture says the wages of sin, as in the payment, the result of sin, iniquity, is death. That's why you got people dying all over the place. You talking about if there's a God, why is there so much people dying? Because there is a God, and He is perfectly balanced. And that's the thing that's been going through my mind, man. I'm like, man, the law is terrible. I've been thinking about that all week. Okay, because you look at the particular predicaments that you're going through, and the Most High push you through. I'm like, man, damn, the law is terrible. And then you think about how the law is going to destroy particular people, how the law is basically going to kill a whole bunch of babies, man. The scripture says within the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, okay, happy shall he be that taketh and dashes the little ones. Okay, the babies. The Most High said a man's going to be happy to take a Edomite baby and dash that particular baby against a stone. That's a terrible power. But guess what? The Most High is terribly merciful too. That's the completeness of the thoughts I was having this week. I'm like, man, the Lord's terrible, but hold on, wait. The Lord's merciful too, because you check out what He did, what his woman did to him. His woman stepped out on him, and guess what? The Most High is still going to beautify His woman with salvation. That's written about within the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter. Okay. So that goes to show you that the Most High is way beyond our comprehension. We are the for or the other, but the Most High is perfectly balanced. And ultimately, when you get into the realms of wisdom and understanding, that's what you find out. You get into the realms of what? Of balance, man. Balanced judgment. Okay, so let's get into these precepts. This is the book of Leviticus, the 20th chapter and the 10th verse, and says, and the man that committed adultery, okay, with another man's wife, even that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, okay, the adulterer and the adulteress shall be put to death. So if you had this law enforced within the earth, so much madness wouldn't exist within the world. Okay, you might have a woman, your woman might not even be cheating on you, but you be out there anxious, okay, doing certain particular things that you have no business doing, trying to keep that position, because trying to keep that situation going, because the kingdom that we live in right now is a kingdom that don't uphold this basic law, that what a man obtains, that's his. Okay, that's why the scripture talks about covetousness, because adultery goes back onto covetousness. If that's a man's wife, man, that's another man's wife. And I say that, and I pray Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, I don't commit no adultery. Now ultimately we know that really, even that statement is incorrect, because look, what's the likelihood I'm gonna find a virgin out here? That makes us all adulterous. Okay, but you know what I'm talking about. You go out there, you meet a chick, she says she's got a partner, and then you hit, you knock the boots. You ain't supposed to be doing that, man. Okay, and when the kingdom is set up, that's gonna be a thing that's punishable by death. Okay, so Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, that's not something that I get caught out there doing. Okay, as in not caught out there. That's something I don't do. Okay, and you brothers don't do. Okay, it says, but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding, because really when you go into it, okay, you lack understanding if you're out there, okay, and then you put the plan, you do whatever, you sleep with another man's woman. You lack understanding, because if that was really you, and that's what gets me about Jake and the elder Yashawamba, he always says this. Why would you commit adultery when you know if your woman stepped out on you, how much that was gonna make you feel? Okay? You know what I'm saying? So it says, he whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding, okay? And he destroyeth his own soul, because the ultimate judgment of that is gonna be death, okay, from the Yahweh Hashem Shai. Okay, so hopefully that was insightful, if not edifying. Okay, all praise unto Yahweh Hashem Shai. Okay, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Okay, honor your brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.